Screen. Share audio, share a tab or screen instead. Tab or screen. There we go. Okay, I think I got it. It's not letting me share just the window. Okay, maybe not.
It should work fine.
I think you need to share like the screen for the audio to come out, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's letting me share the screen, but then don't think there's going to be audio.
Maybe. No.
Could you feed it into your microphone? Do you have a microphone on hand?
No.
What? Between the two of us, we have like 3,000 microphones. I do not have a microphone on you.
Oh, they're all upstairs. I'm downstairs on the table. So
Okay.
let me see. Hold on. I'll put it on my speaker and I'll just I'll play it really loud. That way you can hear it through.
Okay, just 1 second.
Yeah. Cal, let me know how this is.
Wait. Can't hear it.
Not loud enough?
Yeah, I literally can't hear it.
Whoa.
I can hear you talking. I just can't hear it. Like, you might have to hold the microphone. Or the... Whoa. I can't hear anything. That's tripping. Man.
That's weird. Nothing.
Okay.
What?
That's really weird.
That's so strange.
It's like cutting it off intentionally for like probably so there's no echo.
Oh, is there wait, did you upload this one or because
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
So you want to send a link to the chat here? I'll just I'll try my end. I don't know.
Sure. Sending it to your Gmail.
Or just send it to this chat here.
Okay, good call.
Yeah.
And Dan can even watch it too, but that's the English one. And this is the Spanish dub.
Oh, you sent me the English one?
Yeah, that's the English. Just to give him a reference
point. My name is Simon. Okay. I created Applied AI to provide practical guidance on how to use AI tools to enhance our everyday lives. It's my goal to empower non-tech individuals by
Are you gonna share
AI and making it more accessible. My name is Simon. I created Applied AI.
Okay, let's see. Window. Show window.
I may have been getting an error because I'm running it out of Chrome browser instead of the actual.
Oh no, I'm running out of Meet. Not Meet. Chrome as well. Can't share your screen. Error for doing screen sharing.
That's what I got. I got that error too.
What? That's so weird. What? Hold on. Let me pull the window off the tab. Maybe I need to separate the tab. Oops.
I tried that too.
Did you? Oh.
Not to be pessimistic, but.
Okay, I see these.
To provide practical guidance on how to use AI tools to enhance our everyday lives.
No sound, eh?
It's my goal to empower non-tech individuals.
So maybe Dan, you could just pull the links from the chat if you want. Listen on your end. Because I think Cal's already seen it.
Oh, there's a chat.
In the meet in the call
By the
chat.
bottom right, there's a little.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, Simon. I decided to run OBS, so we're streaming on YouTube now.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I have mine open.
So I'm playing the Spanish one.
Play the English one first, just to give you the reference for like the sound of my voice and what I'm saying, and then Spanish after.
My name
Okay,
is Simon.
plan the English
I created
first.
Applied AI to provide practical guidance on how to use AI tools to enhance our everyday lives. It's my goal to empower non-tech individuals by demystifying AI and making it more accessible.
Okay, did you hear that?
Mi nombre es Simon.
Okay,
Creé Applied AI para brindar orientación práctica
maybe
sobre
let me
cómo
see if I can
utilizar
share my
herramientas
screen.
de IA para
Maybe I
mejorar
can do
nuestra
it.
vida cotidiana. Es mi
I
objetivo
doubt it. I'm sure we'll all have the
empoderar a
same
personas
problem.
no
you know.
técnicas al desmitificar la IA y hacerla más accesible.
Cal and I have like every podcast
See-
like half an hour of technical issues before we
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Mi nombre es Simon. Creé Applied AI
Okay.
para brindar orientación
I can hear it.
práctica sobre cómo utilizar herramientas de IA para mejorar nuestra vida cotidiana. Es mi objetivo empoderar a personas no técnicas al desmitificar la IA y hacerla más accesible.
How was that?
That's pretty good if it's not you recording it and that was AI making a voice that sounds like you.
Yeah.
Dude, so what that is, so these text to speech AIs now, you can train them on your voice, which I've done, and it's insane. It's
Yeah.
You cannot tell. I played it to Kate. She was like, "That's not you." I'm like, "That's not me."
Yeah, I couldn't tell that wasn't you.
But so this one, that's actually not even this one. They train it based on the audio you're uploading in the clip. So they don't even like train it based on like, you know, normally you have to upload like a 3-minute audio and then it builds a speech for you. But in this case, it literally just based on that 10-second audio, it cloned my voice and converted it to Spanish.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
Nice.
How's the the language? Did it sound okay? Was it weird, or was there any kind of trip ups?
I think the AI was so good. I think it gave you an accent with a bit of like I'm not even joking. It was kind of like gauging your level of almost like, let's say it gave you like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
So there is even because you were in English, like, okay, he's an English speaker. So it even gave you like how you would sound as an English speaker. So I would say, yeah, it gave you like. I knew that you were a white guy speaking Spanish. That's how it sounded. Okay, so not offense, but that's what impressed me about the AI the most, the accent. Like I'm like, it wasn't like yo soy, you know. It's like, okay, this is clearly not Simon, but it was like, shit, this sounds like Simon. Now they could have made you sound like your voice and sound perfect, but it's like, okay, they even got a little like not mistakes, but there's an accent there.
Yeah. Try the next one I just sent you.
Okay.
Oh,
मेरा नाम साइमन है. मैंने अप्लाइड एआई को बनाया
I think
है.
he does like 24 languages, but
Oh, hold on.
wonder how I was able to share his screen and we weren't, hey? Like, it worked with Dan, so
yeah.
I'm just sharing the I'm on Bing though, or not Bing, Internet Explorer. It's something I pressed like 6 months ago. I pressed a dumb button, and now whenever I click a link, it goes to Internet Explorer, not Chrome, and I just haven't had the time to fix it. So it just gives you this option on Microsoft Edge, and when I'm in Edge, I can just click on the tab, and I'll be like share it, and it also says and it gives me a little like option at the bottom that says also share audio. So that's why.
interesting.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah, for future
Yeah.
future recordings.
मेरा नाम साइमन है. मैंने अप्लाइड एआई को बनाया है ताकि हमारे दैनिक जीवन को सुधारने के लिए एआई उपकरणों का उपयोग कैसे करें इस पर प्रायोगिक मार्गदर्शन प्रदान किया जा सके. वायुवश्य एक सिन्नबाद साइंटिस्ट जो एआई को गुमान और इसे अधिक पहुंचने वाले गैरटेक व्यक्तियों के लिए सशक्त बनाने में समर्थ रहे.
that's the fact that it's in that's fucking smart.
I got Dora to check it to make sure
Yeah.
it was, and she said, yeah, that was good. That's good. It's creepy. Well, not creepy, but it's kind of fascinating how they can do your own voice. Like, it's one thing to take it and just
Yeah.
apply it to some random voice, but to actually take your actual voice,
Yeah.
that's where, I don't know if you're listening already. I guess you're more of a Star Wars fan, Dan, but like Star Trek, they have something called the Universal Translator, where that's why all the aliens and humans, whatever, talk to
Well,
each
not
other.
just that, like, okay, what I'm more curious on is this. Did the AI, because he spoke in English, right away identify that, okay, he's an English speaker, and the words that he was using, and the accent, he's a Canadian English speaker, to give him that kind of Spanish accent? Or was it just like, because that's what impressed me the most. Like, so let's say, like, I'm Spanish, like, so let's say I put my mom speaking fluent Spanish, talking now, put the English in it, would it give her the same English accent?
Why
You
don't
know
we
what I
test
mean?
that out right now?
Good
Or
question.
would it improve her English? Like, and be like, okay, that's not my mom because my mom doesn't talk that way. Does that kind of make sense?
Why don't we
Giving
test
her-
it out, dude? I mean, you speak
I'm not
English.
gonna call my mom right now.
No, not your mom, like you. Why don't you record yourself? And then we turn it through Simon's thing. I'd be curious to see what AI thinks
see?
Dan as a.
The reason this is okay. The reason why I think it wouldn't work, hear me
Yeah.
out, is because it will detect that my Spanish isn't proper Spanish.
Oh,
That my Spanish it's still broken and it sounds like English Spanish. So I need my mom. It's like I need your dad to speak Cantonese
right.
and figure out if we're speaking Cantonese and they're trying it to English, are they gonna give him an accent? Because the AI is hearing the Cantonese and it's hearing it perfectly, or are they just gonna assume, right? So that's kind of like where I'm thinking, like, because that's kind of curious. Like that's what impressed me the most. That sounded like Simon. I get that there's been AI for doing that kind of that with like deep real, so the voicing is kind of matching. So I wasn't too surprised with that, but I don't know if that's his voice or the accent, but that's what caught me by surprise. That's why I'm like, okay, huh.
Yeah.
So that's where my kind of like my mind kind of goes to like, yeah. I don't know if it's like a dumb question or not, but it's just kind of curious about that.
Oh, I'd be curious to know too. It's they just came out with this stuff, so it's fairly new, but it's yeah, like to Cal's point, like Universal Translator is obviously crazy useful, but even just like reaching, for content like this, reaching more people, I'm planning on running it through, having a version for different, I don't know if I do different channels necessarily, but like have dubbed versions. And from my limited research so far, it seems like that would actually be really useful for people. A lot of people who like, they want access to other content, but the quality, if you're just relying on like the translate or the captions or whatever in the video, it's so poor quality. But if you can get it up to a quality where they actually understand the, and then the bonus that it sounds like the actual person as well is.
It's impressive. It's crazy as hell. Like I was impressed. I'm like, damn. I'm like that's. It's like you make one video and you have like you can make all the languages in the world.
And you can automate that. Like I was telling Cal, like most of these programs are in this make.com, which I'll show you tonight for the email stuff. So I don't think YouTube's in there. So you wouldn't be able to automate the actual upload, but you could automate like, everything. You could basically have like a workflow where as soon as your video hits a certain folder, it then translates it 20 times and uploads that dubbed version into that relative folder on your Google Drive, and then all you have to do is upload, your manually to YouTube. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's gonna be that's gonna cause so much paranoia. By the way, once once it becomes more common, people playing around with those tools. Like I was telling Simon earlier when we were going for a walk that I was already getting ads for people's where they do real-time avatars. You can change your personality, your face. So either the obvious is like a 3D character, and that technology's been around for a while, even before AI. But now it's like it's common that people are creating apps that you can just get on your phone and do it like right away. So I think, and the thing that really fascinates me, I was also telling Simon, is not Gen Z, but Gen Alpha, and maybe subsequent generations where their perception of the world is going to be so warped. Reality won't make sense to them anymore because you can't trust what you see. I mean, you and I know, Dan, that perception is a lot, especially when we were doing, political campaigns, and when got, a fake Donald Trump voice and everything saying certain things, these channels can get pumped out there. I mean, we thought we were above conspiracy theories, and then COVID came around. People were saying pizzas were the symbols of like a secret organization, which is a child pedophile ring or some craziness. So people believe anything. And now that you can churn out fake Donald Trump, fake Obama, fake whoever, and then just send it out there. If you have these secret Telegram channels where these far right or left conspiracy theories just hang out there and be like, look what Donald Trump said, or look what Biden said, and then you can make up some total nonsense, but it's a fake video. But because they're not on social media, or they believe their little inner social bubble first, you can mobilize people to do some like awful crap, or hopefully positive stuff, I guess. But so
Mhm.
this is the world we're entering. It's crazy. And then of course, that's the next thing I'm talking about too, is like the altered reality. Like, we've known altered reality to be there. Like, you can take your phone and you can see a little animal dancing on your table, whatever. But now that Google, Apple, and Facebook have those altered reality glasses, you can start seeing everywhere you go enhanced everything. Like, the obvious example would be, oh, hey, glasses, can you measure the distance between here and the car in front of me to the door? But it's going to be crazier than that. It's like, hey, can you tell me this product, what this product is, blah blah blah. It'll do a search for you in real life, and you can still see, so it's not like you're blind. You can continue walking down the aisle. But then the dystopian or kind of craziness of all this is they're going to start feeding you ads. Think of, you're walking by a building that has a big empty wall. The system is going to be smart enough to know, oh, okay, that's a big blank wall, let's throw an ad on there. It's going to be colorful, and you're going to walk by, and you're going to be interested. The crazy part, and this is where I was tying back to Gen Alpha, is because if they start wearing these nonstop just to enhance their world, the regular world is going to look really boring to them. I mean, all of a sudden you're walking down the street and these trees just look like whatever trees, because in your altered reality world, like, the trees are like glowing purple, and there's like magical, like, fairies or whatever, and it's just like the regular world becomes boring. So it's interesting. I'm sure there's going to be pushback, and I don't think they're all going to fall victim to that. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens to that generation when they don't have the limits of our reality. Yeah.
I'm like way off the ground right now, for the record. He's like
pets. I want pets.
he's very aggressive with his love. I gotta let him out here, so I'll be right back.
Yeah.
And then if you want, I can show you, Dan, that the make.com automation stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Looking forward to it.
Cool.
So what's new? What's happening, man?
Just this. I'm so dull these days. Very boring. Don't go out. My friend invited me to some inaugural hip hop show or something, or some hip hop night they're having at a bar, and I was just not really interested in going. Plus, I'm not really trying to drink much these days, so it's like, I realize I'm actually meeting up my buddy who I haven't seen in a long time, but he was the one that I had mentioned. He works for Nike now, like Nike, the brand down in Portland. But he used to work for LinkedIn. He used to work for Facebook when I was in Bay Area. He gave me a tour of Facebook, which was really cool. But yeah, he's been in town for a while. We just haven't gotten together. So we're gonna grab a coffee tomorrow, and that's it, man. That's my life. I don't really have a lot going on. What about you? You've managed to get out much lately, or?
Yeah, trying to, but trying to kind of slow that down. Like tomorrow, going to the Wu-Tang concert with
Whoa.
Nas.
Well,
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
realize. Wow.
Oh yeah, it's old school hip hop. Yeah, I got like those tickets I think 6 months ago or 4 months ago.
Whoa.
They first were like announced it was gonna come out, so I was like, yeah. It was like Wu-Tang at the time, and then later on they said Nas would join the tour. So I'm like, all right, let's go, Wu-Tang and Nas.
Wow.
Yeah. So me and my buddy Scott got tickets. So tomorrow's the show, and then I got my Miguel's Chantel's pregnant, so that's Miguel's wife, my middle brother.
Yeah.
So I'm going to a baby shower tomorrow.
Nice, man.
So that's kind of what I got going on this weekend. But just a second, I'm just gonna grab a quick bowl of pasta here. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm kind of getting hungry.
Sounds good.
A little. I really want to pay attention to what Simon's gonna say, because I'm really curious about this automation and everything. And thanks again for setting this up, Cal. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no worries.
Here, man.
Dan just went to get a bowl of pasta.
Okay. I don't know if you've seen this one yet. I sent you like a million snaps. You probably like. I feel bad because I'm just like, okay, I know I've sent like 400 snaps, but I'm like, I have to show them this. Like, clearly,
man, they're always welcome. They're always welcome. It might take me a while to get through them. I'm the kind of person that likes to, especially for good friends. And I know the stuff you send me is not like willy nilly, so I'm just like, when someone sends me something, I like to give it the time of day. I don't like to just kind of half-ass things. So
you haven't seen this one yet, then?
Maybe not. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, I'm next. Sorry about that, guys.
No worries. So some conditions, or I guess some like pre-qualifiers for this app. You're giving it. You have to give it access to your inbox, right? To monitor your inbox and then generate a message for you, or a draft even. So like I don't know, like they seem like a trustworthy company, but at the end of the day, you are kind of giving them access to your data. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
So yeah, it's called Make.com. I think it's largely used for like blog generation stuff. I think it's been around for a while, but what I find interesting about it is now you can actually integrate AI into these workflows, these automation workflows. So you can imagine how that, adds quite a bit more utility to the whole process, right? So maybe I'll show you. So I'll show you my favorite one first as kind of an example. This one, it's not my idea. I pulled it from a YouTube channel, but basically it's very user friendly. You can see it's just like, I don't know why my computer's so slow right now.
It's probably because you're streaming.
Oh, that is why. Yeah, we're recording on OBS. Okay, so basically you just have like these tasks within each of these different scenarios that you build, these individual automation scenarios, and you are basically linking to third-party software. In this case, you can see Gmail, ChatGPT. This one, 11 Labs, is probably the best AI-powered text-to-voice out right now. They also just added the dubbing, which is what you just saw on those YouTube videos. So what I've got it doing is monitoring my email. Anytime I flag an email with a certain flag, it will then forward the contents of that email to a ChatGPT dialogue with a preset prompt. So in this case, I have it summarizing my emails. Super basic. Please summarize this email into a precise paragraph. That then goes through 11 Labs, is read out in my voice, the voice I've trained it on, and then to a Google Drive, and then ultimately it emails me from my email an audio of the summary that ChatGPT did of that email. So basically, like, yeah, if you just like are driving or something and you just want like quick audio summary, you can have it read back to you in your voice, and it's instant. Like it literally takes probably 15 seconds to do, you know,
This whole
each
workflow.
task.
Oh, each task. Okay.
Yeah, each scenario. And that's mostly the biggest delay on that is 11 Labs. It takes like 10 seconds to do the speech generation. Everything else, including GPTs, as you know, it's like instant, right?
Mhm.
So that's a fun one. Like I can't use it for work because I'm not able to give this company access to my Outlook, my company Outlook, right? Because it's a security concern.
Right.
I haven't asked permission, but I'm like, I know they're going to say no. So I'm going to wait till I have a better argument before I bring it forward. But, so yeah, that one's a cool one. You can give it access to LinkedIn as well. So you could have it posting for you. You can have it monitoring websites like blogs, and you can have it like scrape those blogs, summarize them, send them
let's
to
see.
you.
Can you pull that up?
So I'll show you the workflow. I don't think I have this one functioning because I think you need to pay for the scraper software, but I'll show you the idea. So I have it set up to monitor RSS feed. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like specific to blogs. Basically, it's a code that URL will have. And anyways, so it's monitoring that, and then this tool would scrape that information. You could then theoretically pump that back through ChatGPT, say, write me a blog post on this topic, and then either send it to you for review or just automatically post it, right? Like,
That's
so
awesome.
you're like literally like, it's like current, you know, reputable information being summarized and reposted or shared in your own world instantly with zero effort. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so that would be another useful application.
How come you can't plug in the RSS feed directly into ChatGPT? Because I know those RSS feeds are pretty open, no? Like, how come you need Scrapey to?
Oh, good question. I think there is a reason. I don't know. I remember reading that somewhere though, or hearing that somewhere. But it's tricky because the functionality you get from GPT is limited because you have to have a preset prompt, and I'll show you how. I already opened it up last time, but you're given, because it's a limitation of the make.com software that you can't. You're using an API for ChatGPT, right? So you can't use it in its full functionality, which if you were actually on ChatGPT. So the next one.
So sorry, Simon, what's this one you're showing up? Because it's like Gmail to ChatGPT to Gmail. What's this flow for?
Yeah, so this is the one that I think you'd be interested in about the auto reply. So I have this one, same idea as the first one, where it's monitoring for certain flags in my inbox. You can have that set up on a timer. Every like 5 minutes, it checks that inbox. And then I have it so it's pulling the contents of the email and it's creating a draft response to that email. So in this case, I have context is I'm an AI YouTube content creator responding to viewers with a professional but friendly manner. So you like just more like I was just playing around with it, not actually using it. Obviously, I don't have subscribers emailing me yet, but like just like an idea in terms of like, obviously you're not going to just use that because no matter how much you build the prompt to have it specific to you and what you want, how you want to respond, you wouldn't probably be confident to like have it auto respond for you. So you want to review it, change a few things anyways, but at least it just like does the formatting. You know what I mean? It saves you from having to hi, blah, 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 comma, enter every single fucking time, 20 times a day. If it saves you 5 seconds, 20 times every day, that's fucking like hours of your life of like clicking enter and comma. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how I'm looking at that one. It's like not a huge mega time saver by any means, but it's we can even run.
I would say it is a huge time saver. I mean, it helps you with the emails. I mean, for me, it would be a huge time saver because just some of the emails that I get, right? So even if it just does that for me and it can just quickly like scan it, that would be a huge thing. And then edit it and send it. Yeah, that'd be huge. I wouldn't send it to auto reply, but I would send it to like, do it to like a draft or something like that. But that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so I'll do this one just to show you. So I just flagged that email.
It's hard to cut you off here, something, but how much does make.com cost?
So right now I'm running the freemium version. They give you
Oh, really?
X number of executions per month, I think. Just like a lot of them, right? It's fairly limited. I haven't run out yet though. Like I've only been playing around with it. So I don't know the price structure. That's
awesome. If you're doing it on the free, because I just much rather keep it on the free. Yeah.
I'm doing it for free and it's for the purpose it's serving in terms of like using it as a thing I can demonstrate on the channel or a new AI tool. All I need is fairly limited function or usability, like access to show it, right? So
then what about the other? Okay, so this application, essentially this flow is something that I could use, like emails, reply this way, and I got auto see it before I send edit it and send it. But what was the other flow you showed us? The first one, because it had like the voice speech thing, and then it also had it attached to Google Drive. Like, why would you attach to those two extra things? Is it just so you can hear it while you're driving? So that kind of purpose, or what's the main reason
for the audio file? I think.
Yeah, just saving the audio file. Exactly. Yeah. Because you want to, if you're creating a file, usually you want to like put it somewhere before you send it, like email it or whatever. So that's seems to be.
Can you plug in more than one account? You should be able to, right? Like, say you need extra space, because I mean, those audio files could really tie up your Google space. So you just make a new Google account specifically to store your audio files, right? This shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, so it's there a lot of them, like it's a little bit of a pain to set up because you have to run the API. So you have to get your API key and your other code from the software itself, like from ChatGPT or Google Drive or Google Mail, sorry, I'm just gonna pull it up here to show you. And yeah, you can set up multiple accounts. You can set up multiple recipients. So in this case, Dan, I'm just sending it to myself, so I can review it and then forward it. But you could put in any email you want, obviously, and have that have that auto reply go out. But I'll just run this one really quick just to show you, and then I'll go back to the other one or look at something else. So you can see how fast it is. Now I go to my email and refresh.
Yeah, Google always takes a little bit for it to update. I noticed that Google's a little slow.
Well, on my computer, it's like running at like 25% right now, just because we're recording. So there you go. So you got, this is from me to me. Hello, response. I didn't really put a lot of work into building these prompts. It was more just a use case. Hi, Joe. Thanks for reaching out and expressing your interest. This was from PC Points or whatever. It was just a mail out from PC Optimum, and the AI made a nice response to let them know how they can subscribe if they need to, because that's how I built it, right? So it's like, all the best, Simon. It's got my signature. It's like stuff like that. I don't know.
Cool.
So fairly
Cool.
basic. I'm sure you could do a lot more with it. But.
You had a specific workflow that interests me. Was it summarized? So you took the email, because I think you had at least 4 or 5 workflow points. You took the email, you summarized it kind of like you did with the audio, but rather than speaking back to you, you just got the summary you got the summary of the email that was sent to you, then you turn it into GPT to summarize it, and then you take that summary that GPT gives you, and then you get it to craft a reply in GPT, then you get it to send it back into your email as a draft, and then you can send it forward. Do you still have that kind of workflow?
No, I think I changed that one, but yeah, you can add as many.
That's not too hard, eh? That's probably pretty.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can just add as many steps as you want, right? Like you can have it.
Okay, so when you're integrating these applications, is it like a simple like you sign up with using your username and email? Sorry, username and password when you're like signing up with Gmail or ChatGPT or whatever your accounts.
Oh, you mean on make.com?
Yeah, make.com.
Well, so I'm logged into make.com with my Gmail, but then to access the apps is a bit of a different process, and can be like a pain. And like Google's always freaking out because they're like, hey, this company has access to your email, and they'll automatically shut it down because they are trying to secure your account.
So the setup is kind of the first time setup sucks a bit.
Yeah, and occasionally you have to reset up because the API connections get shut down for security. So it's like
that's weird. Though. Make.com's been around forever. I'm surprised they don't have a way to
Okay.
kind of have like a secure API where like Google knows make.com. What about Zapier though? I'm assuming Zapier is also, because you guys are both familiar with Zapier, right?
No, I've never used Zapier.
Oh,
familiar. I haven't used it.
Huge. No, Zapier is huge. Zapier is the biggest one in the workflow automation. Like make.com, I'm assuming is a competitor, but Zapier is like top tier. Everyone uses it for these kind of workflows. I'd be interested to see if they've managed to plug in AI like GPT, because it might cost a little bit more, but honestly, like they've integrated with so many different platforms. I'm not sure what.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Cal. Just quick question, Simon. Like, have you used HubSpot?
I have not.
I mean, because the reason I bring that up, I've heard that's a really good workflow for lead generations.
Okay.
And it's pretty much the same kind of like email replies and stuff like that. But yeah, just kind of curious if you heard about it, because that's another one I'm thinking of playing around with, HubSpot. I mean, I already use it to automate my meetings. But yeah, no, this is incredible what make.com.
Oops.